Well, hello everybody. Hello. Oh, what's up everybody? Quiet chat. Oh, well, okay, so where are we? I don't know where we left off yesterday, but we are somewhere. Oh, hello. So yesterday, the last few days, I've been building this website, right? I want to build an engine to promote greetings from Argentina. Hi, welcome. Hi from San Francisco. Hola desde San Francisco, los Estados Unidos. Mucho gusto. That's amazing. Argentina. I haven't been there yet. You know, sueño de visitarlo un día, but I have not been there yet. I've been nearby, you know, before the virus, you know, before the pandemic. I was able to go places. Let's see. Well, that's great. I would love to come. Yeah, I mean, tell me about it. I have friends in lots of different places, and some down there as well. Barbecue. Oh, I love barbecue. Yes, you're speaking my language. Coffee. This show is called Coffee and Software, but really, you know, it could be barbecue and software. Like I'm happy with that. I'm cool with that. Isn't that I hope I'm not wrong. I'm gonna sound like an idiot here. Isn't that where they have the gaucho grills, things like that? Is that the Argentinian thing? Gaucho grill. What is that? What is gaucho? Am I wrong about that? I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong. Oh, that is? Oh, that's it. Okay, good. South America cowboy, Argentinian gaucho. Okay, so I'm not wrong. I mean, I'm kind of in the right area, right? Yeah, I love that whole region, man. I love the food. I love everything. Sign me up. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm glad to. You all are joining me from different parts of the planet. I'm always interested in knowing where. It just blows me away, you know. Amazing people. Okay, so where did we go, my friends? Where did we start? Where are we? What are we doing? I don't know. Yesterday and the last few days, I have been building a thing, because I've got this channel, right, on YouTube, at Coffee Software. And so, you know, I want to have like a thing to promote it, right? So the last few days, we built an app that uses Spring Boot and the reactive web client to talk to the REST APIs, the HTTP REST APIs for YouTube, to get data about all the videos. And then we stored it into a database, so we had to set up a database locally and all that stuff. Then the idea is that we want to update that database whenever there's a new video, right? So we need this thing to be online. You know, it's a REST API, and it'll give us data about our videos. Then we want a client, right? A JavaScript client, and so we built that. You know, some JavaScript and CSS and HTML. You saw me do that yesterday. That was, you know, we all make mistakes in our life. I feel like every time I do JavaScript, I feel like that's the mistake I have made for the day. You know, and then what else? And then yesterday, or was it the day before? I don't even remember. Yesterday we put out we got the stuff deployed to Kubernetes, didn't we? We got a CI environment going on GitHub Actions, and then we deployed it to Kubernetes. And when we left, I think I was waiting for the SSL certificate to sync, and I didn't want to sit here and wait for that. But I couldn't do anything useful until that finished. So we broke for the day, and then I confess I did some work off stream. And that work I did off stream. It's CSS. It's nothing glamorous, friends. Nothing glamorous. It was just to make it a little bit nicer. So if you go to coffeesoftware.com, there's our little web page, right? It's responsive. So if you resize it to very small sizes, it gets rid of the YouTube previews because that takes so much space, and it just replaces it with a clickable green link button that you can click to play the video or go to the video. If you expand to a wider size, then you get the layout changes a little bit, and it's got the YouTube videos in line, that kind of thing. And then even yesterday, we also did this. If I go to incognito mode, if I go here, close that. Incognito mode. Hello. Do I have to do Safari? Did I already break this? I broke it. Uh-oh. Let's see. File, new, private window. There you go. So if you go without cookies, if you go to the browser for the first time without without a session, it'll ask you if you give it permission. So you can see it's made the network call to my REST API, my JSON API, right? That JSON API just returns JSON. It doesn't set up any cookies. There's no tracking. It doesn't do anything, except for make the call. Although I kind of wonder if that needs to be. But okay, either way, it calls the JSON API. Maybe I should change that. I'm not even sure if that is okay or not. Maybe that's not okay. I don't even know. I'm not doing anything in the REST API, right? It's open. So all I'm doing is I'm getting my JSON. But when you call Google, well, that's definitely going to do some tracking, right? So we ask for a cookie, and so yesterday or the day before, we also. Oh, Mary, did you see? You're on the chat. Good to see you. No, you're not on the chat. Oh, sad. It was scrolled up. Okay. Anyway, we set up this consent form. So you say I agree, and then that causes the page to load, right? It selectively enables certain parts of the UI, and there you go. That's what we got so far. Okay. So what else do we got to do? Well, today I want to get the webhook stuff going, and I think I've gotten it kind of working already a little bit, right? So basically, I spent some time with this. So basically, I go to here. What I want to do is I want to make sure that when something changes on a video, that I get a notification in the Spring Boot app. So if you look at the code here, where's my code? Here's the code. Let's see. We've got a refresh endpoint, and this connects to the YouTube API, and it doesn't connect to the YouTube API. The YouTube API talks to this via a Google Cloud PubSub notification, kind of like a webhook. Before we talked about webhooks, we had PubSub, right, years ago, and so basically the PubSub connection. The protocol is pretty simple as far as I understand it. You get a request. The request has a hub.challenge for the first time that the notification is set up, the subscription is set up. If that challenge is in the request, then you're just supposed to return that in the body of the response, apparently. Otherwise, you get the request, and if I actually log out the details here. The details of this payload it's just an RSS Atom document, right? So K logs deployments. Oh yeah, let me make this fit here, friends. K. There we are. Okay. There we go. So deployments, coffee, software, show, API. Maybe make that a little smaller. Okay, here we are. Good. Okay, so -F. And what do we got? Do we have an example of the request happening here? So this is, I don't know what this is. This is a bug I've got to figure out. It doesn't seem to cause any issues yet, but it's just annoying, so I got to figure out what it is. Here's the payload. Here's an example, okay? So what is that? Oh, right now, actually, when we started this live stream, I got a payload, looks like this. Webhook update. I just logged the headers just to see, and it's Googlebot at .com, that's the sender, the feed fetcher, Google, blah, 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 feed fetcher.html, xCloud trace content, whatever, forwarding, payload. So the payload is this. It's this Atom document right here, right? Hi, yeah, I'm streaming on other platforms. I'm streaming on YouTube. That's where that's where I'm hoping you'll join me, on Coffee Software, at Coffee Software. By the way, Mozart. I appreciate you asking that. Yeah, I'm on Twitch and I'm on YouTube, but YouTube is where I spend my time. If I had to choose one, that's the one I would support right now, because I don't have I just don't have any skin in the game in the first one, in Twitch. Okay, so here's the payload, and it's just a notification, and you can actually figure out, okay, this video and this channel changed, right? That's the notification. I'm just ignoring all of this. I don't even care what's in the payload, right? I just I refresh everything. I rebuild the entire database each time, which is dreadfully inefficient, but it has the benefit of being correct, right? At least for now. And since how often do I publish videos, right? Like once a day? If that, maybe twice a day. So it's fine. I can call the REST API, the YouTube API, and get the data about all 12 or 10 or whatever of my videos every day, and that's fine, just twice. So I get this event, and it has this payload in it. Like I said, I just ignore it. I could actually say, okay, it's about this video called this, and get the details, but I like to just reset everything. And then if you saw what we did yesterday, you saw that I have a basic flow here. Where's that service? It's an aggregate, right? So when I get the refresh event, oh, that's what that is. Maybe I don't need that. When I get the refresh event, what do I do? When I get the refresh event here, I set everything in my SQL database in the YouTube video table to false, like fresh equals false. Basically, is it a new record? Everything is not new. Then I call the YouTube API, get the channel for the channel ID. Then I get all the videos for that channel using the YouTube API. And then for each video, I do an upsert, writing the record to the database. And when I do that upsert, I also set fresh equals true. So therefore, if there's old videos in my YouTube table that no longer exist in the REST API, they'll still have fresh equals false, and all the new ones, all the current ones that are actually on youtube.com will say fresh equals true. And then after that, I do another upsert into a promoted table where I look for all the records that have been promoted or not. And by promoted, I mean tweeted, and I haven't implemented that part yet. So basically, they get promoted, and if they're promoted, then if they're not promoted, then I do another query here and query for all the unpromoted videos. And then for each one of those, I publish a YouTube video credit event. Hi there, Timeinator. So I publish an event for each one that comes, that arrives, and then that needs to be promoted, basically, that's still yet unpromoted. And then what else? I guess that's it. Then I just return everything, right? But this is that's just so I can select all the results of it in a variable. And then I set a variable, I cache the variable that are the results of this query in a local variable. Because again, it's only changing, the whole data set changes like once or twice a day. So I might as well just keep it in a variable, and that way all reads can just read that variable instead of re-querying the database. I wouldn't want to do a select all. So I'm only updating that variable when I update the database, and so the variable is always in sync with the database, right? And so it's fine just to query that directly. I have a REST endpoint that I just send the results of that variable directly to the client. Okay, so we have all that, and the website, it's not great, but it works. There's like I said, it's coming together. Okay, so now I've got the PubSub stuff set up. I did it once, right? I went to this console here, PubSubHubbub. No, that's not it. I went to Google, used the Google Hub, this one, and I explicitly registered a callback URL, which is a local, it's a Coffee Software, api.coffeesoftware.com /refresh. I explicitly registered that there. So http coffeesoftware.com API dot, and then it's refresh. So that's the URL. And then the topic URL is the URL of the feed, right? So that is, let's see, that is this feed right here. That's the URL for the feed. It's basically the RSS Atom feed URL for the YouTube channel, right? Which is kind of cool, by the way. I didn't know that YouTube had an RSS feed URL for your channel. So that's the topic topic URL. You paste that in there. It's got my channel ID. The verify type is asynchronous. The thing I want to do is subscribe, and so I want to register. And then everything else is optional, so I haven't done it yet. I should, don't get me wrong. I totally should, because it's, it's inherently insecure at the moment. But I did that once. Now, I would like to believe that's all I need to do. Like for GitHub, if you do a webhook, then you just do it once. You just set up the connection, and you go to you can log in on a console somewhere and just drag and drool and point and click, and then next thing you know, you're connected, and it stays connected until you do otherwise. But from what I'm reading, and I've done lots of reading, let's see here. Let me go to my desktop here. From my reading, you can see I've got like some documents here. From my reading, it looks like that, well, this is from Melon from yesterday, but from my reading, it looks like it'll expire. The subscription doesn't stay, right? And so, and it's bound by lease seconds or some default value if you don't have lease seconds. So like lease seconds is how long you want that subscription to last. Which means I need to have logic to both, set the lease seconds, and then first of all, set the lease seconds, and second of all, to make sure to renew the subscription before lease seconds is up. So I'll have a valid connection, I'll have a valid subscription for, let's say, 60 seconds or an hour or whatever. But after an hour, it won't tell me of any changes, right? And so the thing we're going to work on today is writing a little bit of code to do that subscription programmatically. And apparently it's just a post, so it shouldn't be that hard, right? I mean, famous last words, of course, but that's the goal. That's what we're going to work on today. And if anybody has any better way to do this, then yes, please. Like, this is not what I was. This is one of those things where it's unanticipated, right? Where's my code? Where did that class go? There it is, a client. So PubSubHubbub client, and I've got some methods here: subscribe and unsubscribe. Let's just keep it simple. So basically, they both call change subscription, and change subscription in turn uses the reactive non-blocking web client to make a call to the server. This might be too much coffee. I'll be right back, friends. Okay, we're back. So basically, like that's the goal, is to make this client work. Looks like it's pretty straightforward. I mean, I don't know. I haven't even tried it yet. I figured I'd rather just get on stream and we could try it out together. And if I fail, well, that would be very on brand. So that's fine either way. Let's see here. Yeah, there. Okay, so you have to send a post to this endpoint. I guess we could just write a test and try it out. Like I don't know what to expect from the response. That's the thing, right? So create new test. Okay. Test void subscribe. That's all I want to do is subscribe. Throws exception. final PubSub client, new, and I need a reactive web client, so web client dot builder. Okay, this dot client. And what else is supposed to be here? Oh, the URL for the hub. That's this right here, I think. Isn't it? Let's say it is. Okay, it's probably this right here. URL dot, sorry, new URL. So tedious. Checked exceptions are my least favorite thing, you know? I mean, not in the whole world. I mean, just in Java, you know, let's check exceptions. Could you change the stream to 1080p? How is it? Is it not already 1080p? I can make the font bigger. I don't know how to change the stream settings. Let's see, stream. I'm using Restream. Output is recording software. Video is 1920 by 1080, and it looks like it's frozen there. It's stuck there. Output scaled resolution is. Oh, you're right. Look at that. What? So how do I change that? Oh, it's because we're doing something. Okay, so let me see if I can try that. Okay, I'll be back. One sec. I just switched to the BRB screen. No, it won't let me. I'm streaming right now. I think that's the issue. I think because I'm streaming right now, it won't let me do anything. But let me see. No, that's not it. Display capture, properties. Yeah. Okay. Studio display 3200 by whatever. Because in truth, I need to pause my stream to change. Okay, cancel. Okay, I don't know if I can pause. It doesn't look like I can. I think I have to stop it and then start it again. Where do I change it, first of all? So somebody tell me where to change it, and then I'll stop it and then start it. But I'd hate to stop it and then just spend an hour like sifting through the settings. Where I was previously. Okay, so hold on, let's see. Click on properties. No, that's not it. Click on settings. So we think it's here, right? Somewhere, output scaled resolution. Okay, so I'm gonna hit stop. Just bear with me, everybody. I'm gonna like stop the stream, which is kind of a bummer, but okay, I'll be back. So it's in settings and video. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna start another stream.